I'll know you're ready when you look and sound like Calissa. You're not quite sure what to do, but look at Calissa. Lots of people are ready. If you have a hoodie or sweatshirt, you can hang it on the back of your chair. I'm going to write up a tiger. Inside of your head, see if you can read it. Inside of your head. Inside of your head, not out loud. Inside of your head. A title is the name of a story or book. A title is the name of a story or book. You know, I'm going to ask you a question. What is a title? Zoe. The name of a book. Yeah, or story. Gavin, what is a title? Chloe, what is a title? Can you pretend like you're yelling? The name of a book, a story. What do you call the name of a story or a book? Oh, I just put the question. No hands, don't need hands. I'm just going to call in. Everyone should be listening. What do you call the name of a story? Haley. Is a title. Winston, what do you call the name of a story? Good. Gavin, what do you call the name of a story? Oh. Bing, what do you call the name of a book? A title. Good. So everyone knows this is a title. This title is the series. Oh, somebody knows how to say it. If you look at it. And this is go up, right? Here we go. And stop. Titles are always capitalized. You see I have capital T after. And titles are also always
Capital.
Say it if you know it. What am I doing?
Capital.
Underline. What is that? Underline. I'm going to stop because the body language for this table is confusing me a lot. I will wait for you to be ready. Thank you. I'm going to call your table up to the row. I'm going to introduce you to some furious frogs. I'm going to introduce you to some furious frogs. Closest table. Push your chairs in. Remember to put our feet on the letters so there's space for the people on the yellow. Windshield on this table. Reiko's table. Red. Scott's table. Push your chairs and people can walk through the room. Don's table. Very nice job coming back. I pulled Fred over to help remind you what your body should look like when you come back. So here's some furious frogs. A little bit weird for people to see. Oh, doesn't she look furious? Remember, furious is super mad. Oh, it is. I thought that was a sheep because there's a flower.
No, that's anger.
There's another one. Furious.
This furious flag you want to see?
Oh, here's another one.
Oh.
Can you make that? Do that. This one. That one's super mad.
Wait, this one first. This is how you say it.
Look at this one. Now, this could be a he or she. I almost think it's a she.
It's a sheep.
Pink cheeks. I we are going to start a story together. It's called The Furious Frog. We are going to start learning how to write stories. Start learning how to write stories. We're going to think about how we put our words on the page. We're going to think about how you start a story. We're going to think about what order you do a story in. So some small things to think about now. Once we do them, we're real good. What I'd like you to do now is go back to your table. Go back to your table. And we're going to get out our trays. But I don't want to clump you up. So I'm going to have to call you table by table again to get your trays so you can be ready to go, okay? Walk back to your table. Go back to your table. When I call your table, you can just go get your watermelon tray out of your cubby. When I call your table, are some special kind of notebooks. These are going to be your, not a question time. These are going to be your, oh, did I call it? For this landmark. Discombobulated, that's the word for that. Okay, your table, get your trays. Thank you for raising your hand and being patient. Such a question. You want us to wait for everybody else. Sharpies inside the cups until we're ready. All right, guys, now we're in business. We're going to get this special notebook. It's going to be your journal. Raise your hand if you know what we do in a journal. What do we do in a journal? Listen, tell the group what you think. I already know. Tell the group what you think. Tell them. Say it loud. wire loops here. These can be, these you have to be very careful with because they can be pokey. So you don't want to touch them or play with them because it can break. If this breaks, I'll wait a moment. I'm going to make sure that you know. Matt, can you make your body language so you can see me and you're able to pay attention? Gavin, you as well. Remember the science of the brain? We talked about how when you sit up, the blood pumps up. Thank you. So this is really special and you have to be careful with this because it has these pokies on the edge. You just don't touch it and then they're fine. This is special because watch what you can do. When I open this type of notebook, I can flip the cover back. You can't do this with this book. If you flip this, no way. If I flip this back, all these pages are going to pop out. It's going to kind of rip it. You can't do that with this book. With this book, okay, ready? Ready for this? With this book also, you can take this page and you can, I have to put my hand on here really carefully when I do this. Take the page out. I don't like these curlies, I always pull them out and throw them away. They get messier. And on the edge of this page, if you want a nice clean page, there's like little dots, we call that perforated. You can put your finger here and you can pull that whole thing off. And then everyone knows to sit up.
That's what I do always
Thank you.
when I have
And then you have a nice clean piece of paper. So you can keep papers in the book, and you can also take papers out of the book if we need to. Okay? If we need to. That's what's special about these. These are your journals. These are your journals. Right now I'm going to let you come back by table again and choose the color you like. That's one, not yet. I'm going to call you by table, so we're not crowding. That's number one. Job one, pick your color, the journal you want. Job two, you're going to take the Sharpie and write your name on it. You don't have to write your class, just your name, Sharpie. Then put the cap back on the Sharpie, put it back in the middle. Okay? See whose table looks ready to go. Don't want to crowd that there. Let's go with close table. Here's a notebook. Things table. I don't know if you're done writing your name because the Sharpie will be back in the cup in the middle. No, just write your name because it takes showing you how to write it. I'm going to make a pinky space, or it could be your eraser. You could use an eraser space in between. Capital F. If I stop there, it's the word fur. Fur, E, ow, O, up. The furious. Pinky space or eraser space. Capital F, frog. I don't take the wording out. You should write what Miss Lambert writes. Now I don't have a lot of space, but I'm going to write my short date up at the top. 8-21-24. Does my title look done? I'm good? All ready to move on to the story? Looking good? You like it? Looks good, right?
Yes.
Looks good, right? Should we move on? So when you're done, we should move on?
Yes.
What?
No, we can decorate.
There's one other thing. It's a title. What's the other thing?
We have to draw the character.
No, we have to thank you. Oh, Drake, and you've been out for 2 days and a little foggy, and Drake's got it. You have to underline. It's a title. Don't forget to underline it. Title of the story.
Can we decorate it?
No.
You want to see me do half
Now, I'm going to help you start the story. We're going to try to kind of write it together. And I'm going to think out loud about how we're writing it. So you can know what you think when you write, what people think when they write stories. Okay? Ms. Summer has a lot of experience with stories, right? So I'm going to give you a thing, give it to you. All right. I'll start. I'm going to start the story with a mood, or kind of a feeling. Now, if this frog is furious, I'm not going to start my story with it was a beautiful sunny day and the unicorns were skipping through the valley. Because this frog is furious. So I want anyone who reads my story to feel that mood right away. I'm going to start with the clouds were dark and gloomy. If you're reading that, or anyone reads our story that we're starting, that puts you in a certain mood, doesn't it? We know this isn't going to be about sunshine and rainbows. Something's coming. Something's coming. So let's write. Now watch Miss Lambert very carefully. When you write this notebook, it creates a space for you to write it. When people write, we don't write from here and then go all the way over in here and squish it all on the end, and then there is a red line here. And then if you look on the other side, there's a very, very light pink line. Do you see those? Those are called margins. Can you say margins? When you get older and type, your computer will create them for you. Here in this book, they made it in red and pink. So when we start writing, we start after the red line and we stop at the pink. Okay, so watch Miss Lambert. I'm going to skip a line and I'm going to write the, capital T, the. You can write it too. The space clouds, cool, out, the clouds, pinky space. Now we're going to use one of our spelling words, word. Well, her as in her. Lady at the end. The clouds were. Now here. Do you think I should keep going?
No.
No, I'm getting close to the pink.
I'm so
Now, if your pencil's thinner, you know, I use this gray marker to look like a pencil so you can see it good. But if your pencil's skinnier and if you get to the end there, or you're getting to word and you still have space, you can keep writing until you get to the pink. So you decide where to stop. But I have to stop now because I'm almost to the pink. I'm not going to be able to fit the next word. The clouds were, I'm going to skip a line. Skip a line. Skip a line. Skip a line. I'm saying it a bunch of times because sometimes when I walk around, people don't skip the line. So I want you to know you should skip a line between every line. I'm going to skip a line, and I'm going to write dark at the red. The clouds were dark. R as in dark, dark. The clouds were dark, pinky space, and pinky space, and I'm going to use this really great word. The word is gloomy. That really puts someone who's reading their story in the mood. Ooh, look. Ooh. Ooh. E at the end with the tail. The clouds were dark and gloomy. Then I'm going to make sure I put a period. I think gloomy's like dreary. Like, you know the feeling you get on a rainy day when the clouds kind of look heavy and they're dark. And gloomy means you kind of feel like this. Rainy days sometimes we feel gloomy. The clouds were dark and gloomy. Now it's your turn. See if you can think of one sentence. Anyone who's feeling brave or has got an idea, you can think of one sentence that we should put next on our story. Now, sure you put a period. Sure you put a period. Now, you want it to make sense. We don't want to say the clouds were dark and gloomy. Frog was at the beach. I mean, maybe it could be. Actually, maybe it could be. Gloomy might be at the beach. Just make sure that we go in order. We're building up for Frog's curious about something. Big looks like he has an idea. Let's show him respect. Big. You're looking at Bing and speaking. Okay, so let's do one idea. Let's just say, do you want to say a door opened or the door opened? The door opened. The door. The door for what? Which door? Whose door? Oh, his house? Frog's door opened. Who opened his door? These are all my questions that I'm reading. Who opened his door?
He was inside.
Did Frog open his door?
Yeah.
Okay, so Frog opened his door. I don't have space, so I'm going to skip a line. Don't forget. Skip a line, and I'm going to write
Do we have to write it?
Frog. Yes, we're starting the story together. Frog. Make sure you make your spaces.
It's frogs, right?
No, one frog. Frog. O. And t. Frog opened space his. That's fine too. Now I don't have room, so I'm going to sing it with me. Skip a line. And I'm going to go to the next one. Frog opened his door. Let's start at red. Door. Period. Finish the sentence. We have to put a punctuation mark there. go back and reread it. The furious frog. The clouds were dark and gloomy. Frog opened his door. What next? Rico. Okay, we know Frog's mad, right? But what would make him mad? He can't just come out. Or did something happen in the house that made him mad? Okay, so who was at his house? Here's my question. Who was at his house? So he had a friend there that was a frog. Well, give me one idea. Give me one idea. One sentence, one idea. A strange frog. Where was this strange frog? So we have a strange frog, another character. Where was this strange frog? A strange frog was in his house. Now, if you say that, writers, listen. If you say that, you're going to have to explain why the strange frog is in the house. So that's probably going to have to come next. So you want the sentence to be, a strange frog was in the house. Well, wait, but why is he opening his door? I'm still a little confused. There's a strange frog in the house. Frog opened his door. Because this is like you're building, it's almost like a movie in your mind. So it's dark and gloomy out. Frog opens his door. Because in my mind, frog, if he opens his door, his back is to the inside of the house. So now there's a strange frog behind it, or do we want to put the strange frog outside?
Outside.
Okay, let's say.
He was there.
Was the frog knocking? What is this frog doing up here?
He was knocking and he said, hello.
Let's let Rachel, this is Rachel's turn right now. So a strange frog was standing there, was sitting there. Oh, a strange frog crashed into his house. So, can we say something like leaped?
Yeah.
Like something a frog
Okay.
leaped into the door? Now, just because my sentence ended here doesn't mean I start on the next line. It means I start my next sentence after this period and I keep writing. When you write stories, that's what it looks like. A, capital A. Pinky space strange is a very strong word to use so we can get an idea. This frog is not familiar with strange. So A, J. G and E together make a J sound. A strange, pinky space, frog. I'm at my end of the pink line, so now I have to skip a line. Should we say a strange frog leaped forward, leaped at him, leaped away?
Leave that here to make a fight.
No, we're not going to do fighting right now. What? Louder, Rachel, I can't hear. Leaped at him. Okay, a strange frog. I think the word is leapt. Let's say a strange frog was leaping. And then our next sentence could be about it coming toward it.
No.
You want to say it was leaping or leaping around?
Leaping around.
Was pinky space leaping.
I want to do it different.
Pinky space all around. Off, out, Now, it's okay if your word goes a little bit past the pink line. That's okay. You just don't want it to go super out. So a little bit is okay sometimes.
Mine is
I'm going to reread it. The furious frog. The clouds were dark and gloomy. Frog opened his door. A strange frog dog was leaping around. You get to finish the story. Now I'm going to leave it to you to decide what happens next and how this story ends. Okay. What happens next and how does it end? Remember to look at the margins. Think about what's happening in order. Think about how the story can finish. Okay. When you are done writing, you're going to have a basket of furious frogs back here. And when you're done writing, you can go get one of the furious frogs and you can take it. Do you want to find your book?
Yes.
You can take it and you can glue your furious frog in and create some kind of picture, an illustration. They're a little fuzzy from the printer, so if you want to make outlines, you can put hats, clothes, a setting behind it. If you run out of space, you can turn the page and use the back. Okay? First finish the story. First finish the story because you don't know. You don't know how your story can end. And then you'll come back and you'll think about which furious frog fits best with your story. Okay? I'll put those back here. We should hear the scritch scratch of pencil. People are thinking. Spelling to stop you from putting ideas on the paper. So we're not worrying about spelling, you just try your best. I'll let you know when I read it on my way. Your illustration for your story. That's kind of your story. Really hard. And you look, oh, you're getting warmer, you're burning up. You are on fire. Oh, colder. On fire.